Hi, Bill. Do you have a minute?
Sure, what's up?
Remember that HUD-funded rehabilitation project on First Street? You know, the one where the URA applied? It turns out that the building is in worse shape than they thought. So project plans have changed from rehabilitation to demolition and new construction. The developer has applied for HOME funds to help with the increased costs. In addition to the URA, apparently another federal law called Section 104D applies to the project too. I'm familiar with the URA, but have no idea what Section 104D is. Do you?
Great timing, Sally. I participated in a Section 104D webinar just last week. The webinar included a slide presentation. Let me find those slides, and it'll help me explain what the law generally requires. Here it is. Section 104D of the Housing and Community Development Act of 1974, as amended. The title's long, but most people just call it the Section 104D, or 104D for short.
So what's the purpose of 104D? The URA already applies to the project.
Good question. Although the URA was enacted in 1970, it seems that Congress wanted to establish additional requirements which the URA didn't address. Apparently, they wanted to ensure certain HUD grant programs weren't reducing the supply of affordable housing by funding projects that demolish or convert affordable units. They also wanted to offer special relocation assistance to lower-income tenants displaced by those projects. Section 104D originally applied only to HUD's Community Development Block Grant Program, known as CDBG, but was also applied to HUD's Home Investment Partnerships Program in 1990.
So basically, Section 104D may apply when there's a CDBG or home-funded project involving demolition or conversion. But what do you mean by conversion?
Conversion generally means changing affordable housing into another use. For example, the project might be keeping it as housing, but the end product will rent above fair market rents and no longer be considered affordable. Or the project might be eliminating affordable housing in order to create something like a commercial structure. Another example would be taking affordable rental units and changing the building into an emergency shelter. The Section 104D regulations have a specific definition for conversion and other important 104D terms, but this should give you a general idea.
Thanks. I get it now, and will definitely check out the regulations. Where can I find them?
The Section 104D regulations are found at 24 CFR Part 42.
So tell me more about 104D.
Oh, sure thing. 104D has three basic components. 1. A residential anti-displacement and relocation assistance plan, sometimes called a RARAP. Number 2. Required one-for-one replacement of affordable housing units that are demolished or converted. And number 3. Special relocation assistance for lower-income residential tenants who are displaced in connection with those activities. Let's talk about each component. All CDBG or home grantees must certify that they have in effect and will follow a RARAP. A RARAP addresses three things. Number 1, minimizing displacement. Number 2, providing Section 104D relocation assistance. And 3, one-for-one replacement of affordable housing that is demolished or converted.
Do we have a RARAP?
Yes, we do. It's actually a requirement in order to receive CDBG or home funding. We created ours using the guide form from HUD Handbook 1378.
Okay. How about one-for-one replacement of affordable housing? Do we have to replace all housing that is demolished or converted?
One-for-one replacement is more difficult to explain. Not all housing that's demolished or converted needs to be replaced. Only recently occupied units or units that qualify as vacant occupiable housing need to be replaced. The regulations have specific definitions for these and other terms which help make the determination. When you're required to replace units, there are planning and public notification requirements involved. It's pretty detailed, so the regulations are a good resource to ensure compliance. Lastly, there's 104D relocation assistance. Relocation assistance under Section 104D is similar to the URA. However, it's calculated differently, and only displaced low-income residential tenants are eligible. The most important thing to note is that persons eligible for 104D relocation assistance have the choice to receive it or URA relocation assistance. 104D relocation payments are often higher than URA relocation payments. It's the tenant's choice, not ours, as to whether they choose URA or Section 104D benefits.
Wow, Section 104D sounds complicated. I'll make sure to check out the regulations so I can ensure our project is in compliance with 104D requirements. I'm also going to make sure there's enough money budgeted in the project for those higher 104D relocation payments you mentioned. There is going to be displacement now that the project changed from rehabilitation to demolition.
That sounds like a good idea. You might want to check in with our HUD Regional Relocation Specialist, too. She's a great resource for 104D questions and guidance.
Thanks, Bill. I'll do that. Doesn't HUD have a website, too?
Yes, they do. www.hud.gov/relocation. You might want to check out HUD Handbook 1378, too. It's on the website and provides lots of helpful information and guidance on the URA and Section 104D.
Thanks for the advice, Bill. I'll do that, too.